Baby dolls, yummy update time. Everybody is calling for a bear market. I am your captain on the friendship. We've got everything you need. I'm willing to go down with the ship. And don't worry, I can make things really exciting if it gets a bit too heated. All right, checking it out, friends. So right now, all over crypto Twitter, there is a big battle going on. And I actually want to show you this video. It's a very great summary of what's been happening, okay? I'm going to let Mr. Will speak for 2 minutes, basically with Binance and Coinbase listings. So we remember, so context, we just saw huge capitulations. Many people wiped, disastrous. The exchanges forced everybody out. The exchange Cabal. Price oracles were manipulated. We don't have the full story because a lot of it was basically centralized. A lot of people had long-term leverage 3x positions. A lot of people. Long-term 3x positions, leverage. So just to let you know, friends, when you're doing leverage, the absolute most dangerous thing you can do is have the super long one. Okay? And because they could force you out at any time because people keep playing with it over time. Okay? It is dangerous, right? Because you have to use hard stops. The problem is the exchange pulled all the liquidity, and became disastrous. So unfortunately, they were all wiped out. Okay, so people who thought, hey, I've got a 3x leverage long. If the market goes up 3x, I've made 9 times my money. I can get out. Okay, unfortunately, the exchange just goes, no, I'm just going to send you to zero first. Now you've got nothing. Okay, so this is the controversy that's now appearing. Let's let Will talk.
DJ, the CEO of Limitless, a prediction market on Base, revealed some pretty predatory terms in order to get your token listed on Binance, including 9% of your token supply given to them for various uses and over $2 million in a security deposit. That tweet went viral, getting support from Jesse from Base, Mike Dudas piggybacking off it, and various industry leaders chiming in on why this is so bad for the industry and it's time to take down the Cabal. CJ then posts a fake screenshot of CZ blocking him, and CZ takes the bait, quote tweeting him saying he would never block him, that he just mutes people like this and ignores them. But that gives more attention to CJ, more followers for him, and he continues with the momentum. The Binance help desk account then chimes in and gives an official statement saying that CJ's tweet is defamatory and false, and that they don't profit from their listing process and don't dump tokens that they receive for listings. But then they say that CJ disclosed confidential information and that they'll be pursuing legal action, which is a contradictory statement because he either lied and it's false or it's true and he leaked it. And then they delete that tweet. Then this morning, CZ tweets out that they do make money from their listings. They do take fees. And if anyone wants to stop it, to build a better competitor. Or if you don't want to pay those fees, make a project or token so good that we have to list it and we'll list it for free. So then everyone in the replies is going, why aren't you listing Hype? A top 15 token by market cap that's been eating your lunch the last 6 months. And we all know the answer to why Binance hasn't listed Hype yet. The biggest winner of this is probably CJ from Limitless, who's doubled his following from 8 to 16,000 followers in less than 24 hours and now has a ton of momentum going into his prediction market TGE. This is a developing situation, absolutely fascinating.
So there you go, friends. Thank you, Mr. Will Clemente. Here's a Pokeball. Got you, friend. Got you. So you got to see the story, right? I think Binance fans, obviously Chinese influence, Chinese culture. They handle stuff differently to an American company, you can tell. But they're like just denying stuff. Like, no, we don't sell, because it's kind of like, China, remember, China, the concept is more like, the country's run like a family. So like, we don't want to show anybody that has an advantage or anything out here. But like America, totally different. They'd be like, yeah, man, it's capitalism. This is how it works. We provide you a service. There you go. They're from day one. And that's why when they first said, no, deny everything. Then they go back and they go, wait a minute, like, yes, the capitalist thing. So they come back and they basically talk like this. It's interesting to see different cultures. I don't think there's a wrong or a right thing here. It's just interesting to see how it plays out. But it is a big battle, friends. Binance versus HyperLiquid. HyperLiquid, facing battles from Binance. Look, isn't it weird how we had a perp dex meta? HyperLiquid is chipping on the heels of Binance, and then we had a huge liquidation thing to wipe everybody out. Yeah? So you never know, man. Like, look, friends, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a power play move from CZ where the OG Binance people, they're like, listen, let's crash the whole market because HyperLiquid, there's a chance. So we know we can cover everyone. You know, if we crash the whole market, maybe HyperLiquid's exchange, the thing breaks. Maybe they tried to see if they could exploit something. And then HyperLiquid works smoothly. Everything worked fast, boop, boop, or everything worked. Nothing was broken. I'm wondering, we don't know. We don't have all the answers, okay? I want to show you this, friends. Good news for the bulls of us out there. James Wynn has been liquidated for the 9th time. So James Wynn he's got like his, I think it's like, kind of like a Yorkshire English accent. He's more like cringe, laughable in terms of his personality out there. That's like his perception, that's public perception of him. He keeps doing leverage longs, friends. Just to tell you, he puts on 10x leverage longs, bro. You can't do that, bro. Like you know what? I'm gonna say, crypto drops 8% in 2 seconds, and he's literally he has no stop. His stop is the liquidation point. Like oh man, it's crazy. Lucky Luke, at this point, I'm confident he's an insider at HyperLiquid. So he's not. He's not an insider on HyperLiquid. He got claiming referral fees, rewards. That's how we use the money to put that in. So people had signed up for it, then they trade, they lose, they collect some fees. It goes to his account. Oh, gosh. Good news, friends. Elon has unbanned PulseX.com from Twitter. Man, that was a dark, poopy time as well. So yeah, PulseX.com was considered like a contraband banned scam word on Twitter. I wonder if some scum did that to get back at Pulse Chain community. Maybe they hated Richard Hart. But yeah, the good thing is PulseX now, the website can be linked. It can be linked. Before, it would not let you to paste it. It was they assumed it was some sort of Trojan. Do you think Richard Hart and Elon are communicating somewhere? Probably teaming up in Diablo. It's interesting to think about. Maybe they are communicating somewhere, friends. I've reported this for you in Juicy News. Let me know your thoughts, friends, on these. Blockchain Backer says 80% chance crypto has entered a bear market for over 1 year and then it's all over. He expects Bitcoin back to 68K. And I just want to give you some quick, juicy friendship. In his video, you know, he leans on the price action of Bitcoin and the weekly RSIs and stuff out here and you know, the 4-year cycle. It's basically, he's become the 4-year cycle fractal, which is like, man, it's wild, friends. Like, you were here the whole time, man. Friends, we were covering, look, bro, BCB, bro, you were literally shitting on the 4-year cycle for years. Now you're exiting with it. What happened, man? So, friends, do you know Blockchain Backer? He went to an XRP conference and he gave a speech. He went to another country, okay? I forgot which country. He went to another country and he literally gave a speech in 2023. And his whole speech was, he gave a presentation on how the 4-year cycle is a myth. The Bitcoin halving is a myth. And he showed that, you know, that this was his whole presentation. We knew this at the time, but he made a presentation to all the XRP community guys there. He showed that when Bitcoin is actually going up, it wasn't a 4-year cycle. It moves with the Russell 2000 and the S&P 500. It correlates to the stock market. So whenever Bitcoin was breaking the all-time high, the world major US indexes were doing it within a 60 or 90-day period as well, or a 30-day period. I think it was like a 30-day period. It's a very, very small window of time. That's how correlated they are. He spent all this time, and now we've reached the 4-year cycle point, the exact top, and he's like, I'm out 50%. It's over. Man, that's just crazy, man. It's just like, it's been 2 years, man. Actually, it's funny. It's been 2.5 years, you know that? He was saying this Q1, Q2 of 2023. Damn, man. It's been 2.5 years, and he actually came to this point. He's like, I'm out. Wow. This is the racist Russell 2000. It is still through the all-time high. A lot of people are trying to say, you know, it's over, it's over, it's over. Look, man, I like how OTHERs-btc looks here. I like that you went down for 4 years, and then you have a capitulation scam wick down here. I like that. I do like that, friends. I like how PMI is still low and PMI never went up at all. You know, that gives me more conviction, right? Let me know what you think about that, though. Check this out. Truth is like a dog whistle. Only certain people can hear it. This picture came up again, friends. Just reminding you, Where are you watching me from? Look, it's been quite the journey, man. It's a believer's cycle. It really is, isn't it? It's kind of like, man, I spent all year saying we're going to have to get the 4-year cyclers out. I spent all years saying, I can't believe it's actually here. So we didn't know, like, because 4-year cycle is generic. It's like, is it December? Is it when? But no, friends, have you noticed all over Twitter and YouTube, people are talking about the 1,064-day symmetry from the bottom to the top, October 5th? Everyone's talking about it. I think they're gone, man. They're gone. Yeah, they're totally gone. Like, friends, think about it. Everybody who's bearish now, 50% of everyone, they're not saying, oh, I'm going to sell in November, December. They're out now. They're selling now. They're out. Friends, even Ivan said he saved millions of dollars by getting out. He saved it, he said in his tweet. So, like, everyone's out. They're gone. I want to give you this cool update too. HyperLiquid, friends, have released HIP3. So, it's interesting, right? So, HyperLiquid, fast, decentralized, perp exchange, okay? What's HIP3? It now allows any token to be listed on the vault. And if you list it, you collect trading fees from it. But it's costly, right? I think it's like 20, okay, maybe it's $500,000 and you got to buy hype for it. The hype token is used as a collateral. It's what BNB does. If you want to list tokens, you have to buy BNB and hold BNB, right? So HyperLiquid, it's $500,000 if you want to list a spot coin, okay, just to be able to be traded. And then guess what? People bid for the tickers, the ticker name. Yeah. So there's 2 tickers. If let's say you want the ticker, you know, dog, D-O-G. Yeah. People get into a bidding war for the auction of it. It's interesting. So you need to buy 500K, like I said, for spot, but for perps, it's huge. It's $20 million worth of hype. Right, $20 million to get your perp. Now, why am I excited? Because TradFi companies are now going to hook up their oracles and they're going to offer TradFi products. They're going to put the stocks. Okay, I think they're happening like within next few months. They've already got PAX Gold, by the way. But PAX Gold, it's crypto backed by gold. You know, PAXG is the gold price. It's literally there's gold in a vault somewhere, and I think it's a claimable thing or whatever. So PAX Gold just tracks the gold price. The market makers and provide liquidity for it. Right? So PAXG. So it's literally just gold. But it trades, it's gold 24/7. So that's our crypto one. So the first thing we do, we put gold. So now you can see the gold price on weekends. Whereas TradFi doesn't have the 24/7 trading. So I'm guessing the next ones, they might throw in silver, palladium, and then the stocks, they put NASDAQ stuff. The NASDAQ, maybe the index is coming. Who knows? Okay. Now, why is this exciting? It's because it's opening the world for the TradFi normies, and we're bleeding crypto into the world now. We're actually dragging everyone in because we're all going to start to reference our 24/7 prices. That's really cool because that's what's happening actually to the CME and CBOE. They're going 24/7 next year. Yeah. So, you know, stocks, commodities, currencies. Okay. Don't forget, friends, all the edge in markets in our crypto altcoins. Okay. This is what Pulse Chain should have or could have been, Mr. Renfield. It's time for the CEX gatekeepers to sit down. DeFi's taken over. Yeah. Because the thing is, friends, a lot of these centralized exchanges, they end up dumping on people. That's the thing. Because, you know, now you can't prove it, but like you're giving them 9% token supply. So that's probably what they do. They dump it over the volume over the time. So you have to hand over. It is, man, I'm telling you, friends, that's why a lot of people said, oh, why aren't we listed on Coinbase and all these other things for Pulse Chain, bro? Richard, or even you, I'm not giving away like 9% of my token to an exchange. One exchange. What's Coinbase going to charge? Imagine Binance takes 9%. Imagine Coinbase wants 7%. And then Bybit wants 4%. See a problem with that? You're just handing out like 20% of your token supply just owned by the exchange. That's a lot, friends. That's a lot. DeFi is the future, okay? We don't need to have it that way. So while everyone complains, you and I, we're still going to make it, friends. We still believe. I still think it's a believer's cycle. Yeah, man. I know it's been tough. And what if a 1 year bear market starts in here? Okay, then a 1 year bear market starts. Hell, make it 10 years. I don't care at this point. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.